It is a very significant moment, not just necessarily speaking about it being a personal milestone, but I'm the first person to graduate in my family.
Muhaw Tongalani Modelo.
So today is the 29th of March 2025, and I've around 5 to 6 days before my graduation, and I've done absolutely nothing to prepare for it. So today's objective is to just buy a suit or buy an outfit. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be buying, but I guess we'll see when we get to the shops. So I hope you enjoy this vlog.
If you're from the west side, Cali, born and raised right from the town with the palm trees and good vibes, you know the best ride, soaking up the sunshine. And we hustle cause we tryna live a good life. I'm driving down the coast, homies in the bag bumping loud. You know, we ain't got no worries. This my own. I don't plan on leaving. There ain't nothing better than the west side. That's right.
What did you take from me? What did you do? You know what? So I have to tell you right. What you want to check?
Damn.
Okay, because I paid for you that.
Yeah, that's hectic. So for those of you who know Eastgate Mall, one of the parking basements has an entrance which directly leads into Checkers. So when I walk in there, there's this old man screaming at the workers, and literally everyone goes silent. And you know that Checkers is literally a big shop. So yeah, that was quite an interesting way to actually start the vlog. But anyways, so as soon as I arrive in the mall, I realized how full it is because it's month end. And honestly speaking, I was so confused and so lost and was just walking in circles because I had no idea what I was looking for. But the one thing that I knew is that I didn't want something basic. There were a few graduations which happened this week and I saw people wearing black, navy blue and brown suits, and I wanted something different. Shooting content is quite weird, especially in a public area, because you're just there talking to yourself and people probably thinking that this person is crazy. But yeah, so when I was walking around, I actually remembered that I needed to get something from this game, so that ended up being my first step. Okay, now to look for a suit shop. So I went to the clothing section of the mall, and the first shop I went to was H&M. They don't really sell suits, but I was doing some window shopping for winter because I'm actually a big fan of their clothing, especially when it comes to sweaters, pants, in neutral colors like gray, brown, and blue. Then I went through quite a lot of shops, and honestly speaking, the prices were quite ridiculous. Like, I was so surprised at how expensive everything is. But eventually I went to Wits. It's always been reliable, and had to go down the escalator because most Wits have 2 stories.
And I'm like, ooh, we on it.
And again, I was quite lost. For some reason, like, I don't know, the shops are designed in a way which are not really easy to navigate. And I finally made it to the men's section. So I actually made it to the suit section, and I actually imagined myself wearing a sky blue suit, but just because something looks good in your mind doesn't mean that it looks good in reality, so I decided to skip it. Then I actually found something which I found quite interesting. So this turquoise color is quite nice, like a blend of green and blue. And it's always a struggle to find sizes when you're a bit tall and you're on the slimmer end, but at least I found something. And I don't think this blue is bad, but I've seen people wearing something similar, so decided to move on. There were actually a lot of options, and I didn't think that cream suit was bad, but I don't think that was the best option. Until I actually found this green, like I really fell in love with it when I saw it. So I knew I had to try it. So unfortunately, there wasn't really a size for me when it came to the blazers, so I had to ask one of the ladies to help me. And I actually liked how it fit. So with a color chosen, it was time to go to the fitting rooms. So the first suit I tried on was this turquoise suit, and I liked how the blazer fit on my arms, but it was way too long. And I don't really get this hype behind slim fit and skinny fit pants. Then the green fit. And my goodness, that blazer was too big. Like, have you seen those grade 1 kids on the first day wearing school uniform which doesn't fit them? And that's exactly how I felt about myself. But then I tried something which fitted a lot better. Okay, so I'm actually done shopping. I just need to find the exit. And one thing about myself is I always struggle to find the exit of the shop. It's like it's never clear for some reason. Like, especially the larger ones, you just find yourself walking in circles. So yeah, bought a suit and shoes, just far more expensive than I actually expected. So with all the shopping complete, it was time to grab something to eat. So I actually do intermediate fasting, meaning that I eat 2 meals a day, one at 12 o'clock and one at 6 o'clock. And it was already 2 o'clock and I hadn't eaten anything, so I was starving. I went to the burger rack for the first time and they gave me this funny beepy machine which would alert me when my food arrived. I honestly didn't know why I needed it, but decided to just walk around and look at everyone shopping. It's actually nice to see people come out with their families. I really think shopping in South Africa is one of those moments where you get to spend time with your family. So anyways, I get my food, and honestly speaking, the chips were the most basic chips I've ever had. I wasn't really a fan of them. Then when it came to the burger, it was actually far more interesting. It had mushroom sauce, onion rings. Forgot what it was called, but it was decent. So I was done eating and it was time to head home. And funny enough, I had a lot of work to do. Not like I had any sort of assignments to do like last year when I was studying, but I had a lot of stuff to edit for YouTube. But yeah, that was the end of day 1. See you later. It's always weird to talk in front of the camera, but I mean, yeah, so today's date is the 2nd of April, 2025, and my graduation is tomorrow on the 3rd. I'm also feeling quite sick, which is quite horrible when it comes to preparing for a big event like graduation. So I've actually been drinking, not sure if I can show you without spilling it over. I've been drinking this sort of natural herb which my mom got me from my uncle. Hopefully should help me feel good for tomorrow. So I just wanted to take a break in this vlog to kind of talk about the significance of this moment. It is a very significant moment, not just necessarily speaking about it being a personal milestone, but I'm the first person to graduate in my family. And when I'm saying my family, I mean on my mom's side of the family and on my dad's side of the family. So the reality of it hasn't really hit me yet. And I guess part of it is because I've just been so busy. Like, surprisingly, you would expect that when you go from a busy degree like architecture, that when you start working, that you would have more time to actually relax and think about life. Which is true, because the nice part is that you don't need to worry about assignments or projects. You can just get back home, you can just sleep, you can just watch a series, you can do whatever you want. But I think reality is you start to realize that the most freedom you have in your life is actually when you're in university. because there's no sort of expectation on you to be at school at a specific time. Like, for example, at work, you can't just choose whenever you want to walk in. You need to be there by 8 and leave at 5. I think that's the case for most architectural practices, but I'm just checking if this thing is still recording. But I've just been busy, and I think a lot of it just comes to editing videos and doing other stuff, like trying to push your life in a interesting direction. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the vlog. Tomorrow's plan is to go to work. I'm gonna take a half day so I can come back home and get ready for graduation and stuff. I'm probably gonna start with a workout and a morning routine, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So hi, it's the day of the graduation, and as usual when it comes to waking up in South Africa, it's load shedding, and I wanted to document my morning routine, but I can't because there's literally no power. But I guess when life gives you lemons, you need to make lemonade. Okay, so I actually managed to connect my ring light to the inverter, and I'm currently making that sort of herb which I was drinking yesterday, the one which my mom gave me. So not sure if you can see this, don't want to like spill anything over, but ooh, ouch, burned myself. So I'm just gonna drink it and actually smell it, hoping that it will make me feel better with flu. I only have like 14 minutes to get ready for work, which I'm about to do right now. Okay, so normally in the mornings I exercise before work, and today's Thursday, so it's basically chest and back day. So I'm just gonna start with a few pull-ups and push-ups. Just planning to do 200 push-ups before work and also 100 pull-ups. I'm not sure if there's enough time to do that, but I'm gonna try and do as much as possible. So yeah, I normally find it quite useful to have stairs, which basically have a gap in between, because you don't need to buy a pull-up bar. So I prefer to work out at home, because I was actually thinking about COVID when all the gyms closed, and I found out that it was actually better to spend that 700 Rand per month, which you'll normally be spending on Virgin Active or on some sort of gym membership, on actually buying yourself equipment. And yeah, unfortunately I can't show you everything I have, but I mean, let me show you. So what's quite useful is getting a dumbbell like this. So the nice part about it is, not sure if you can see me from there, you can basically adjust it and add more plates. And I feel like as long as you have dumbbells and a place to do pull-ups, you can basically do any exercise that you want to do. So yeah. This damn phone is not working. So I just want to show you something on my old phone. I have two phones. For some reason, this one isn't loading as quickly as I would want to. So I started doing this workout challenge called the Bring Sally Up or Bring Sally Down. So it's around 30 push-ups and you listen to the lyrics of the song, and when it tells you to go up, you go up, and it tells you to go down, you go down. So I originally saw it from David Goggins, and ever since I saw it from him, I'm like, let me just try it out and let me see how I do. And my goodness, this is probably the most difficult push-up routine out there. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's actually quick. And it gets worse when you have to pause. So I was off to work and traffic actually wasn't that bad. I only had to stop like for 2 minutes at a certain point, but other than that, it was smooth sailing.
I remember Vinny Heimath, the founder of Loom, said, I am rich and I have no idea what to do with my life. And you replied, God, kids on mission, pick at least one. That's right. Preferably all three.
So I actually enjoy driving to work because I get to listen to my favorite podcasts, but I believe in the power of education. So whenever I'm able to learn, I'll use that opportunity. Okay, so I just arrived at work, and work normally starts at 7:30. So on a good day, I would arrive at 20 past, and I would normally wait until 7:30. And then in that time period, I'll just be reading the Bible and praying before work. So yeah, now to get into the office. Okay, so this is a snippet of where I work. So I actually chose to work for a smaller firm. And that's because there's actually more amount of exposure when it comes to getting experience work. So yeah, it's quite a cool place in my opinion, and I really like the work which this firm does. So yeah. Okay, so I've arrived in the office and about to work until 11 o'clock, and here's my colleague Liam. Hi. How do you feel about graduation?
I'm quite excited. I like the whole week. I didn't really think it was a big deal until the actual day. Now I'm kind of excited, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So I ended up leaving work an hour later because we had a hectic deadline, but shout out to Liam for helping me out. So because of that, I ended up arriving home an hour later than I planned to. And remember, there was load shedding, so that caused a lot of problems. My suit wasn't ironed, my hair wasn't cut, but luckily we had a generator, and luckily both my parents were at home, so I was actually able to get help. So I plugged the generator, I cut my hair, but I ended up leaving like 2 hours later. Because my friend flew in from Durban, I actually decided to have lunch with him before the event, so I actually had to meet up with him at his Airbnb. So I ended up arriving at his place, but we didn't have enough time to eat. So I ended up changing at his place, and we decided to go to McDonald's. But damn, we arrived late. We haven't even paid for the gowns for graduation. We haven't even sorted out the tickets. So they actually closed the doors to the Great Hall 10 minutes before the event. So 45 minutes before the event, we hadn't gotten our graduation gowns. So I had to quickly go to ABSA, withdraw some money, print a proof of payment, and that got done. Then 30 minutes before the event, my phone dies, and I have no cooking clue where my family is. So I had to literally sprint out of the Great Hall. I left my friend and his girlfriend, and I disappeared without saying anything to them. And the bad part is that my phone actually had the graduation tickets for my family. And because I came separately from my family, I couldn't contact them when I arrived. I quickly ran to the architecture building, went to the computer labs, Luckily enough, I actually knew people from who were in second year last year, and they were able to help me charge my phone. 20 minutes before the event, that's when my phone goes to 2%. I turn it on, I call my family, and luckily I contact them. But they're so far, they can't find parking. Like, I don't know. It was such a mess, and I was actually so stressed out.
It's an honor to be here to celebrate with you the graduates who are the celebrants for this evening. We know the hard work that has gone into the achievement, and I think we need to applaud to that.
Mohau Kongelani Ngobeni.
Walk in the light of God.
I think let's not forget the undergraduate students were doing matric during COVID, and they saw themselves through this degree.
I must say that this was a very awkward moment for me because I literally had nothing to say. I think at times it can be quite challenging to have words to describe a monumental moment in your life, and I guess I was just happy. I was happy to be doing it in front of my family, to be doing it in front of my friends, people which I literally went to war with. I think what was kind of cool was having the opportunity to introduce some of my friends to my family. It's not like primary or high school where you get the opportunity through parents' events or sports events to do so. I think one thing which kind of sucked was the fact that you're only allowed 2 guests for the actual ceremony. Like, your family can actually come through, but most of them will have to wait outside. If it wasn't for one of my friends, I don't think my sister would have been able to make it to the event, but I'm very glad that she did.
Start what? Talking! The vlog!
There's nothing to say. Nothing to say. We got the degree.
What?
We got the degree.
Okay.
It's finished. It's finished. It is what it is.
Just hope you have a slip. Or you have to keep it the time you slip that you...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations! So proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Now we just need to go return this.
I didn't buy it.
I don't remember where it is.
You walking?
Oh, shit. It's so funny how, like, in buildings like this, you really get lost. But, I shouldn't going to think of anything to say. There's nothing to say. It's a very weird feeling where you just feel like it's complete. You have this sense of fulfillment in your heart. And yeah, it is what it is.
So I actually decided to hire my graduation gown instead of buying it because I didn't see the point in buying it when I was returning for honors and masters. I think it would make more sense to buy it after finishing those 2 degrees instead of paying 1,000 rand for something which you're probably never gonna wear again.
You can unstaple it. Staple money isn't an offense.
Yeah, it isn't illegal, but still.
Oh shit. You know what sucks about being tall?
Yeah.
That I can't see.
You can't see.
I can't, no, because I have to hold it. No, I have to hold it at a lower angle. I'm alright.
Do you think I failed first year? Crazy.
Dude!
Yeah. You finish? Huh? You finish like... Yeah, I'll just wait for you. Actually, just wait.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So at this point, my family had already gone home and I decided to spend the rest of the evening with my friends. Weird decision, I know, but considering that one of my best friends during the last 3 years just flew from Durban and was leaving the next day, I thought it made sense to spend more time with them. Just considering that I wouldn't see them for the rest of the year.
As far as the eye can see.
And damn, it was actually raining. It was literally pouring. But yeah, I don't think it really ruined the day that much.
A place that you can call your home.
Anyone wants a bite of my ready dry burger?
3 years into one.
That was a terrible experience. Yeah.
But could have made it also. Could have been bad.
Yeah. Also, I bet you know something.
She said it plays a role like it's McDonald's, so are you sure? It's McDonald's, are you sure?
So this was the first and the last meal of my day, and I wasn't able to eat earlier because of how stressful the day was. So we actually went to McDonald's, but because we arrived late, we decided to eat after the event. But I think it was kind of cool to catch up with people which I haven't spoken to in a long time. At this point, we were just waiting for one of my friends which I really wanted to be in the video. And eventually, after waiting for a whole eternity, she actually showed up.
So you actually decided to buy like...
No, I need to put it back.
Are you sure they're not closed?
300 rand is gone.
No, like, get it back.
If you bring that back.
What's the ticket for like for 1 day?
Didn't they say the 300 rand? So the 300 rand you give in, if you don't bring it back,
like,
they take it as surety.
It's like, they charge you.
50 rand or something, or some nonsense.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you made it.
I made it.
How did you survive studying all the time?
I didn't.
What do you mean you did it when you were in the degree?
Because
you were down and stuff?
it took a part of me. I feel like I came in whole and then I left architecture pushing me to the side. And now it's like, yeah, a part of me. Architecture is hard now, I'm not gonna lie. Should I answer the question?
Just say whatever you want to say.
I came with the answer. I was like, I thought that was all we were gonna do. Is this thing not gonna echo?
What?
It doesn't.
I have no idea. You guys have no mics. The sound quality is, however, I think I'm even blocking
We
it.
just pray to God that the sound quality is fine.
Oh, the sound quality was bad by Great Hall.
Really?
Yeah, continue.
Phone is weird. The question was, what advice would I give to students who are still studying? I would say community. One thing I've learned is you can't do architecture alone. You need people behind you. Are you shaking your head? No, I'm studying.
I'm reading a notification.
Sorry. Okay, let me study it. What advice would I give to people still studying? I guess it would be to have a community of people around you. You definitely can't do architecture alone. That's the only reason I'm here today. That's the only reason I graduated, because of the people I surrounded myself with.
Yourself.
And my community, but yes.
God.
They really pushed me. I was able to find people who thought like me, who wanted the same goals as me, and we aligned with each other. And so I advise you, find your community, find people. It doesn't have to be many, just people you know that, okay, they work hard, you can trust them, and go with them. You guys form an alliance and make it to the end, because that's the only way I was able to walk across the stage, knowing that there was a bunch of other people that came behind me, that were helping me, that carried me so many times along the way, that wiped my tears when I cried, that gave me food when I was late to the studio. And so that's the only way you'd be able to, in my opinion, make it through this degree. You can't do it alone. You need community and God. Amen.
Damn, you talk too much.
Nah.
You talk too damn much.
Walking in the ring.
Nah, that would be just cool. Got a degree.
Yeah. There's like literally puddles everywhere.
No, literally. But anyways, we're here now.
Yeah.
Guys, a degree, guys.
So yeah, that was my first ever vlog, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. I think the main goal was to just try something new and to also show you that it's possible to reach the stage which I've reached. Yeah, so some sort of inspiration. If you have any questions relating to architecture or applying for any university course, feel free to DM me on Instagram at KongelaniN. And if you want to see some of the videos on my channel, please click on the video right here.